Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I had to come on here and make a video because I have a lot happening right now in like my world, and I just wanted to share because the old me would be totally stressed out right now, but the new me, I am like so at peace with my situation, and I just have this like knowing that everything is going to work out fine. So I'm not even tripping, but I am gonna say, because I just feel something really big is happening in my life, and I actually made a video December 29th, and I said that, and in that video I wasn't gonna say what was going on, but I feel like I need to say it. So right now I am I'm trying to think of where I want to start with this. So the apartment complex that I stay in, I switched apartments in last month in December, and it was like December 19th. And when I switched, like the week before I switched apartments, I got sick. And so because I didn't know what was wrong with me with all this COVID stuff going on, I didn't want to leave the house until I had a test done, just be on the safe side. Gotta think about other people. So I didn't want to leave the house, which meant that I could not get out and make money. Like the way that I make my money right now is through Drive and Lyft. So I was literally at home not making any money, and I was already kind of like real in a tight situation because for whatever reason, in the beginning of November, my unemployment money stopped coming, and I still have money in my account. I've been trying to get in touch with them, but that's the story of everybody's life. When it comes to the unemployment office, nobody can reach them. So I had to stop waiting on that money and was like, okay, if I gotta drive all day and night, that's just what I gotta do till I make what I need. And so to be sitting at home and not making any money, I was like, oh my God, because since I had moved in the middle of the month, I had to pay a prorated amount for the apartment that I was in, and then I also had to pay a prorated amount for the new apartment. And I paid the prorated amount for the apartment that I was in at the 1st of December. And she told me that I didn't have to pay the other part until I moved into the new apartment. But mind you, like, because I was already so tight with my money and my bills, when the 19th came around, I was still trying to play catch up from some bills that I had from the previous month. So I didn't have the money that I needed, not all of it, for my move-in. But luckily, she gratefully, she let me move into the new place with just $300. I think it was like $5 something that I needed, I don't know. But she let me move in with $300. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know I have to pay the rest of this money. It's like $260 something on top of a full month's rent in like 2 weeks. I have to come up with all of this. On top of that, I also have to come up with my my car note, my car insurance, and my phone bill, and what else? Oh, my lights, my electric bill. So I'm like, man, that's a lot of money to try to come up with in 2 weeks. So the week that I moved into my apartment, no, the week after, like the day after Christmas, December 26th, I took a fast from Instagram, and it was like the experience that I had. I've taken several social media fasts before. I've taken just regular fasts, like from food. But this time it was so different. Like, I felt this sense of peace, and I was really getting in touch with like the spirit world, and it was crazy. Like, oh my God, it was such an experience that I really am still trying to even figure out how to verbalize to people. But in that time, it showed me like, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, everything is going to be fine. And so I felt good about that. I was like, yes, everything is going to work out. Some days I woke up and it just, I didn't feel the need to get out and drive. So I didn't. I focused on things that are going to benefit me growing in the future, and not so much on my circumstance, because when I focus on that, it was very negative thoughts. And so rent day came around, the final rent day. Like, you know, they give you to like the third or fourth. So I had until the third to pay my rent, and I did not have my money. And today is the 8th, and I still don't have my money. I have I think I still need like maybe $700 or $800 more dollars. But I have been, this whole week, I've just been like, you know what? Everything that is happening in my life right now is happening for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but one thing that I know is that I'm not gonna find out soon. At least I'm not gonna find out being stressed out about it, or, you know, worried and all that. So I've just been, you know, flowing, letting things happen the way that they're gonna happen. And so today I was out driving. Now, I did have a moment where I was like, you know what? I'm about to just have to go into overdrive. Like, I'm about to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and literally drive for 12 straight hours so that I can make the rest of this money. And that was my intention. And, you know, things haven't been happening to allow me to do that. So today, I for some reason, like, I couldn't wake right up. I can't remember what time I went to sleep last night, but it had to be late because I couldn't get up. Like, I was so tired. I usually wake up at 4 o'clock and then start driving at 5, but I couldn't get up until around 6:30ish, or maybe 6, because I think I got out at like 7. Yeah, I started driving at 7. And it was around lunchtime, and I picked this guy up, and the place that I dropped him off at, there was this vegan restaurant, and I was like, well, you know, it's 12 o'clock, let me take a lunch break. So I turn my phone off, and I go inside, and, you know, I'm looking at the different food items that they have. And so I place my order, and I sit down, I'm waiting for my food, and I get a text message from Verizon saying, your services have been interrupted. And I'm like, okay, you know, I ain't gonna trip, that's okay. So, cause you know, Wi-Fi, I have an iPhone, so whenever I'm somewhere with Wi-Fi, my phone will work. So I was like, you know, it's not a big deal. But then I forgot, once I got my food, I got back in the car, set my little self up to eat, and I was like, wait a minute, I can't turn my Lyft app back on because I don't have any phone service. So I drove home, which thank God, because I was in an area that I was not familiar with, but because I do drive Lyft so much, I have gotten pretty good about finding my way. So, because I couldn't use my GPS either. So, figured out how to get home, and I get here, and I do like the little live chat with a Verizon agent, and you know, the lady was so nice, but she couldn't help me because she wasn't in the financial department. So she was like, call this number and, you know, let them know what's going on. And so I call, and I'm like, the automated little answering thing, y'all know what I'm talking about, it's a little automated service, so annoying, was like, just kept trying to get me to make a payment. And I'm like, I am not about to pay y'all right now because the money that I make has to go towards my rent. So I need to talk to somebody so I can figure out how to get my phone turned back on. Because if I can't drive, y'all not going to get no money either. So I'm like, okay, speak to a representative. Finally, I get transferred, and then there's a message. There are no live agents available to speak to you at this time. Please try our live chat service online. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so tried the live chat again. Got in touch with somebody. He was like, have you tried calling? Because this is a financial problem. We can't help you. I'm like, I called. Said there's no live agents for me to speak to. And so he was like, okay, I'll get you transferred. So he said, just hold on. The wait time is like, 1 to 2 minutes. So I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. And, I'm waiting and 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 nothing happens. So I was like, you know what, sir? Or ma'am, because honestly, I don't know who I was talking to. They never told me what their name was. But I said, listen, I'm getting ready to go meditate. And so I'll just try this again later. And so I, go into my meditation. And when I come out of my meditation, I was like, okay, let me try to call these people again so that I can get my phone turned on. Cause I got to get out and drive and make me some more money. And so I call, and once again, no live agents. I'm like, what is going on that y'all don't have any agents for me to speak to? Like, I've never had this problem before. So after I hang the phone up, I'm like sitting there, and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Clearly, today is just not, it's not meant for me to drive. So I'm like sitting there, and I get ready to start writing in my journal, and I hear something like a noise. It sounded like paper, but it also almost sounded like somebody was trying to open my door, and my dogs are not here. So I'm like sitting and I'm listening, and I'm like, what in the world? So I go and I open the door, and this piece of paper falls through, and it says something about a dog audit, which that is a whole nother story. But well, I'll just tell y'all real quick. So the whole time that I've been in this apartment, I never paid for my dogs to be here because I put my dogs on my lease when I moved in, but they never charged me a pet fee or a deposit. And so I was thinking, like, did I forget to put them on the lease? So I just never mentioned it. And I've been sneaking around here with my dogs. And so when I signed my new lease, I saw that the dogs' names were on the paper. So I was like, oh, well, they can't tell me nothing then, because it is not my fault that y'all forgot to charge me for these dogs. So, but when I saw the pet audit thing, I was like, because when I opened the door and saw the paper, I looked up, but I didn't see a paper. Well, I really wasn't looking for one, but in my mind, I didn't see a paper at anybody else's door. And so I was like, I done moved in this new building, and somebody did somebody complain about my dogs? Because the little one barks a lot. So I'm like, somebody must have complained. And I'm like, oh, not a dog audit. Like, what else is gonna happen today? But then I was like, you know what? No, it's fine. It is what it is. And in that moment, I also saw, which this is like my sign. This is like one of my guides who they come to me in this form, and I knew everything was gonna be fine. I looked over on my door and I saw a ladybug, and I was like, whatever is happening, there is a reason for all of this, and it's all gonna work itself out. So I'm not about to sit up here and be stressed out about anything. And that's why I wanted to make this video though, because I just want people to understand, like, despite what's going on around you, like, on Sunday, if I don't have this money, they're gonna add an additional $300 on top of the extra $175 that they added. Like, my rent is $1,260. I already had the extra $260 to pay from the move-in. Then they added a $175 late fee, and now they're trying to add $300 more. And then I'm sure with that $300 comes the little eviction notice or whatever. I don't even know how that works because I've never been here. So I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, whatever happens, happens. It's not gonna kill me. If I were to get kicked out of my apartment, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna die. My phone will get cut back on eventually. I'm not tripping. Like, it is what it is. And with that, I've just been so, I've never been in this place before. Like, it's kind of weird just fully putting my trust into God and into the universe, and just being like, you know what, I'm gonna just let you have it. I surrender. Because what more can I do? You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, I don't know what it is, but I just had, I felt like a really strong urge, even yesterday, to make this video. So something's happening. I don't know what it is. I'm really excited to find out though. So I will be making an update video after all of this, after the dust settles, I guess. Just kind of update y'all on everything that happened after this video. But yeah, just, you know, just put your trust into the universe, because nothing is coincidence. Nothing is really truly going wrong in your life. Everything's actually going right. Everything is going exactly the way that it's supposed to be going. So just have faith, man. Have faith, and just know that whatever you are going through right now, it's all gonna work itself out. It's gonna be fine, and you will live to see another day. All right. So when I don't know, I might post some more videos in between. I'm trying to post at least 3 videos a week. We'll see. I don't know yet, but I had to come on here and post this. So I hope y'all watch the whole thing, because I really wasn't planning on making a video this long, but it's all good. All right. You guys have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day, or week or weekend, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see y'all on my next video. Thanks for watching.